So, welcome to JK Storytel's podcast recap, where I'm gonna recap the podcast and talk about my favorite episodes, give you some facts, and tell you about all the upcoming plans for my YouTube channel. Stay tuned, no guest today, it's just me and you. So, it all started with my first episode with Khalid Shatila. We talked about freelancing. It was not my peak performance episode. It was made at 11 p.m., 11:30. I was exhausted. Then moved on to Alexandre Zreb. We talked about Bitcoin, Fabio about business. Then here comes like the series deal, or like my favorite episodes with the Jad known as Wolf of Bay on Instagram, Kamal Name, Rami Aleme, and Alex Stifler, owner of How About Beirut, the biggest prank channel in the Middle East. With Jad and Rami, it was two awesome episodes. We talked about a lot about startups, business, e-commerce, and legal for startups as well. With Kamal, it was all about creativity, design, content creation. Then I had Sareen from Plan Out. We talked about small businesses. Then I had someone who's into Forex, Eli Yunan from the Financial Primes. Then I had Amer Nahouli. He's a Lebanese entrepreneur located in London. He brought Lebanese products onto the UK market. Then the the funniest podcast ever was with Roni Matar. We talked about hypnosis. He messed with me on camera. It was totally unexpected. It's actually the podcast with the most views, 430. Then I had Coach Sharbil Abu Hanna, Coach Reem, Abdullah Harfouch. It was a very controversial episodes. Really cool, interesting comments. You can go check it out. Then I had my breakthrough episode with Paul Getter. I think it was the 15th episode. Yeah, it was the 15th. I actually talked about it 2-3 days ago in my stories, how I actually got him. He's one of the top internet marketers in the world. He worked with Gary Vee, Kevin Hart, Grant Cardone, Ty Lopez, Akon, and so on. Then we talked about how to create your own course and use it to grow your business with Amadeus Awad, known as Ask the Wolf on Instagram. Then I had an actual winner on Shark Tank, which is the biggest startup show in the world. And the winner was actually Lebanese. She was Rosie Khalife. It was an amazing episode. We talked about startups, pitching, investments, and so on. Then I had my close friend actually, Fuad, who is known as Mentally Great. He reached 1 million followers on TikTok in barely 2 months. So we talked about, again, content creation and how did he do it and what tools did he use. Then I had one of the most inspiring Lebanese entrepreneurs, which was Chris Harris from Chris Harris Co., from which I got the amazing glasses. You can see them in my intro. It was really an emotional podcast. I really urge you to watch it. If you didn't, it's episode 19. Then I had Josh Otusanya, which later on we became good friends. He's actually really fun. We talked about content creation, TikTok, and how to incorporate advice and life coaching in a way in content creation. I'm not a big fan of life coaching, recently. And the last episode was episode 21, which was released 2 weeks ago with Thomas. We talked about Bitcoin, and I actually tried to crack down on him with the really tough questions. I'm pro Bitcoin, so I had to ask the tough questions. So just to get awesome content and not to take sides, and some general statistics. We are now at 438 subscribers. I started this podcast with a little over 100 subs, so thank you guys. I would really appreciate if you subscribe again and show your support to this good content creator, And so about my upcoming plans, I'm actually moving the podcast now. It's going to be live, face to face for the most part, of course, for the ones that we can actually make them happen. I've got a location. It will all be revealed later on as we move forward with projects. So each episode will take on more time, a bigger camera crew, editing and montage, as they say, and so on. The first episode is going to happen on Monday, which will be in 2 days. It all depends on when you will watch this podcast or this episode. It will be with one of the biggest names in the car industry in Lebanon, and specifically in Lebanon and mostly in the Middle East. He was in Dubai, then got back here, then left. It was very hectic to actually put the whole team together, the camera crew, the location ready, and the guest himself to actually make the episode happen. Hopefully by the time you are watching this episode, I would be actually working on the next one, and so on and so forth. So just want to keep you updated about what's going on. I haven't been really active on Instagram. I've been studying. I'm taking full credit semester. I'm just gonna graduate by Christmas, and yeah. And by the way, just in case you will watch this till the end, I need someone to create a logo for the podcast. It would be cool actually. Whoever can, just hit me up. It's gonna be paid, of course. We just talk, discuss it, and so on. And let me know if you want me to keep on doing these independent episodes, I like to call them, where it's just me, no guests. Yup. And by the way, just to keep on rolling with the statistics of the podcast, we are now at 6,000 views in total, counting the 3 episodes which were made in 2019 actually, which I think was the first podcast in Lebanon. I had 3 episodes that totaled around 2.6k views, with the biggest gaming channel in Lebanon, with Abdallah again, and with my co-founder from an earlier project. And yeah, that's it. I'm JK from JK Storytells. Make sure you connect with me on Instagram, on YouTube, or wherever it is. And yep, see you soon.